In this video, I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy on Mafia 2. Now, a couple of months ago, or maybe 3 months ago, I had done a video on Mafia 1, getting the Platinum for that game. And if you haven't seen that video already, make sure you go ahead and watch it. But from that title, I titled that video saying that this game was a pleasant surprise. And that was because I'd never played the Mafia games before. And when playing Mafia 1, I was genuinely so surprised with just how good the story was and how good the game was in general. And the fact that I hadn't played it up until that point just, blows my mind, to be honest. So I was super excited to play Mafia 2, and when going into Mafia 2, I wasn't as surprised because I had expected it to be just as good, if not better in some cases, from Mafia 1, as I saw when doing my research on this game, that a lot of people value this game higher than Mafia 1, or it's personal preference. So I wasn't expecting to be surprised when going into this game, but this game was very good, and I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the game, it was all just as good as the first one. Now, just like in the first game, when playing Mafia 2, I had absolutely no idea what to expect. In a sense, I had no idea in terms of what the story was going to be. I had no idea about the character being Vito Scaletta. I had absolutely no idea about him because, like I said, I'm completely new when it comes to these Mafia games, so I had absolutely no idea what to expect from his story. And I had absolutely no idea when it was set, if it was set before the first game, after the first game, in the middle of the first game. I had no idea, and that's why, even more of a reason why I was just super excited to just get to know, the character we play as, get to know the allies that he's with, the gangs that he's with, just all this other stuff. And it was this game was honestly just so much fun to play. Also, before we get into the video, 93% of you guys aren't subscribed, so it would mean a lot and help out a lot as well if you guys just hit that subscribe button. So please, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So the first step when loading up this game was to just simply play the story, and because I'd never played this game before, I just wanted to play the story on normal difficulty and just enjoy it and get used to the controls, etc. As there is an achievement to complete this game on the hardest difficulty, and it would have been easier and quicker to do it, but obviously, like I said, because this is my first time playing this game, I wanted to make sure I enjoyed it. So that's why I chose to do this on normal difficulty, and this is where I'm going to warn you guys right now. For those who aren't the biggest fan of spoilers, or for those who have not played this game, there's an option here on the screen right now that this is the number that from this point on to that point where there'll be spoilers obviously from the story. So if there's anyone that obviously has never played the story before and doesn't want to be spoiled of the game, then obviously there's the option here to skip to this number that's on the screen right now. But obviously for those who don't either care about spoilers or have seen the game already, then obviously you don't have to skip to that point, you can just watch the full video. But the option's there for those who don't want to be spoiled. But yeah, like I said previously, the first step was to just simply play the story, and the game starts off where we essentially get to know a bit of the backstory of our character Vito Scaletta, of when he was a child, and the background of and how he was brought up, etc. And then we fast forward to when he's an adult, where he's in the army, and then this is where we got chucked straight into our first mission, and this was the first mission / chapter of the game where we were doing a mission as a part of the army. Okay, what do I do here? Do I shoot him? Shoot the officer on the steps. Okay, shoot the soldiers defending the town hall. So yeah, I don't know much about this game. I don't know if it was set before the first game, after the first game. I assume after. But yeah, I'm just going into this game completely blind. I know absolutely nothing about it really, except for I guess, the gist I'm getting already is, it's a bunch of gangs, rough neighborhood, rough childhood, etc. with your character, the character you play as. But yeah, overall, I don't really know much about this game like I did with the first game, so I'm just going in completely blind, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to play this. Okay, grenade. How do I... Okay, okay. But yeah, the graphics don't look amazing on this game, I will be honest. It's not a bad thing. I do feel like graphics aren't the thing that you should rely on in the game, if that makes sense. But I definitely prefer performance and just story and stuff like that over graphics. But obviously the graphics aren't amazing, but it's not the end of the world. Oh no, okay. It's circle to melee. Okay, just like the last game. Damn, I almost died instantly.
The door, Scaletta. Kick it in.
Dead. Beautiful. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, he's getting shot. He just took them like a champion.
Come on.
He literally just got shot with like 13, 14 bullets and he's still alive. So once continuing through that chapter, at the end of that chapter, we ended up getting shot in the mission, which was obviously part of the story. And then once getting shot in that mission, it then gave us our first achievement of the video, which was to complete chapter 1. Alright, my first achievement, Viva la Resistance, or Resistance, whatever that says. And then after completing chapter 1, we went straight on to chapter 2, where it was called Home Sweet Home, where we obviously went back home. And this is where we met our good friend called Joe, who is going to be a big part of this story. And when meeting Joe, we then met up at this like bar, and he was basically saying how, you know, when do you have to go back to the army? And we were like, oh, you know, when he heals kind of thing. He was like, do you have to go back? And our character obviously didn't want to go back, but he had to where Joe, I don't know if it was because of the people he knew or the power he had, but he managed to just easily make it so like we didn't have to go back to the army. So because he was a good friend, he managed to let us not go back to the army. And then after that, we went home to our mother. And then after going home to our mother, we woke up the next day, and after leaving the house, we then saw that our sister Francesca was getting like abused verbally by this man, to where we got introduced to our first like melee combat of the game. Oh my god, here we go.
I'm gonna take you.
Oh, those nice little double jabs.
Scaring a woman, huh? Come on, show me what you got.
See that? Oh yeah. Okay, the combat feels a lot smoother on this game already. What is he doing? Oh, I say that actually. Okay, triangle for hard, but okay, there's triangles involved now. Oh, I just got three-pieced. Oh, okay. We got a little boxing fight going on here. Look at that, I've made, I'm doing quite bad right now, I won't lie. Although he's throwing his jab out and he's missing. Oh yeah, slip! Look at that. Look at that. Oh, he's stunned. Okay, that could have gone better, but I like the combat on this game compared to the first game already. I thought it was done. Have that. Alright, big brother. Protect Francesca.
You're gonna be sorry.
Okay, like I just said, the combat definitely feels a lot better in this game than it did in the last game. Like the last game I didn't really like the combat that much, like the melee combat. This was a lot better. So after successfully teaching that guy a lesson, I then got these achievements along the way, which was to complete chapters 2, 3, 4 and 5, as well as a couple miscellaneous trophies that I just happened to get naturally. And then when going on to chapter 6, we then were in this prison, which in my opinion was, for me personally, one of my favourite chapters in this whole game. And a bit of the backstory why we were in the prison. The reason we were in prison was because in chapter 3, we basically robbed a bank and got all these ration stamps, which we had sent to these people that worked at gas stations. And one of the people that worked at the gas stations snaked us out, like basically snitched on us to the police. So the police had arrested our character to where obviously in chapter 6 we were in prison. And we had to find this guy called Leo Galante, which was another important character in the game. And he was actually like also in prison, but he was also, you know, one of these like mafia bosses as well. So we were told from our crew to find this guy called Leo Galante, to where we found him. And he was like that guy in prison that like no one really messed with. He had his own crew. He had like different kind of rules from the police officer to the police officers. So we got recruited by him in the prison. And this mission was just essentially like a bunch of like, you know, fist fights. We had learned a new technique in melee combat, which was to like slip and encounter a punch. So that was also very cool as well. And yeah, this mission was a lot of fun because again, it was just a lot of like melee fighting. And then after completing a few fights in the prison, we then were on this scene where we had to clean these toilets. And then after cleaning these toilets, we went into the showers, to where these three creepy dudes I got in a fight with because they were just being these sexual predators to our character, and it was very disturbing. This is making me uncomfortable.
Do that again, sweet cheeks.
Oh no, this is so dodgy. Oh, he's kicking my ass as well. Oh, those two guys. Oh, this is so dodgy. I don't like it. It's making me uncomfortable. Yeah, have that. Oh, please stay down. Oh, he's up. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Yes, punt kick. Oh, okay, there's another one. There's another one. Okay, I'm going to probably take out all three. I mean, I don't know why this guy's going. Look at his guy on the floor. Look at my man on the floor. He's literally, his legs have just, they look like, I look like I've broken his leg. Oh, finish him. Finish him. On top of his mate as well.
Hey, hey! Whoa, whoa! What the hell's going on? Where's Frank?
Oh, why are they beating me up? What do they want to happen? What? I didn't know that. That was dodgy.
Oh, and
So after that, dare I say, disturbing moment in the game, I played this chapter for another 5-6 minutes to where, after completing this chapter, I got the achievement to complete chapter 6. And then after that, I had played chapter 7, 8, 9, and 10, and I don't know what it was, but like, quite a few interesting things had happened in these chapters, but for some reason I just couldn't really get into these next 4 chapters. I don't know if it was because I had enjoyed the prison chapter so much, or like I just had high expectations from the first Mafia game, but like, not saying that these chapters were bad, but like for some reason I just couldn't get into them as much as I could get into the first 6 chapters and then like the last 4 chapters at the end of the game. But again, not saying that these were bad, but I had got all of those achievements for completing those 4 chapters, as well as a couple miscellaneous achievements as well. And then as soon as I was on chapter 11, this for me is when the game started to get really interesting again, as there was this guy called Henry, who was another character in the game, who wanted to be a part of our crew and wanted our character to put in a word for him with our boss. So that's exactly what we did, and our boss gave Henry the job to kill Leo Galante, which was the guy in prison who we got quite close with. So obviously Vito wasn't happy about this, but he couldn't obviously say that he didn't want him to be killed. So what we had to do is we had to try and get to his house before Henry could. And this was where it was like a timed thing, whereas if we wouldn't get there in time, we would fail the mission. And this was like the first time in this game I actually struggled quite a bit. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Come on! Come on, Josh. No! Oh, that was close. Come on, keep going. We're basically here. No! I went the wrong way! I just went the wrong way. I just went the wrong way. I just went the wrong way. Really? Why was I being so stupid? I was so like focused on looking at the timer. I wasn't really looking at where the marker was. Oh, that is so frustrating. All right, I'm gonna have to do this again. All right, this time we should definitely make it in time. Although this car is slower. But yeah, we should definitely make this in time. Right, turn here. Wait, how do I get in? What's going on? Open gate. What? Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, I've just failed 2 times in a row. Right, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car! Right, open. Right, what do I do? Just go in there. Okay, did it that time.
Leo, you here?
So yeah, I had only failed that part twice, which overall isn't too bad, but in the moment, the only reason I was getting quite frustrated was because it would take me back all the way to the beginning, which was obviously like 4 minutes away, which obviously doesn't seem that long, but in the moment, it felt like a long time considering I failed twice. But like I said, failing twice, in the moment it sucked, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all. But anyway, once finally getting to Leo's house, we tried to warn him that Henry was coming with some guys to try and kill him. And then, as it was too late, Henry came with some guys, and there was actually a miscellaneous achievement to successfully sneak Leo out the house without getting seen. Obviously, I didn't know this at the time, but we tried to sneak Leo out the house to where we got caught because I didn't know how to successfully sneak him out. And then, when trying to explain to Henry that, you know, Leo's a friend of ours and stuff like that, we don't want him to die, Henry said that this is a job that he needs to do and he needs this, blah, blah, blah. So we had to end up leaving the room to where Henry eventually actually let Leo live, but only if he would leave town. So that's where we drove Leo to the train station to leave town. And then after that, I just continued through the rest of the game, getting these achievements along the way from this point on all the way to chapter 15, which is the last chapter of the game. And then in chapter 15, starts off where we go into a limo, and it's got Leo in the limo. And he's basically saying that we've messed up, we've started a war, because there was a point in the game where, like, the Henry was a spy and we didn't know this. So when he died, there was a point where he died and then we killed the people that killed him, but it turns out they did nothing wrong or something because he was a rat, Henry. So Leo was basically saying that we messed up and the only way to redeem ourselves is if we kill like the main guy in the game. So the final mission consisted of us basically fighting all of these goons to where it was probably the hardest part of the game because, it's the final mission. Just all these goons coming at us. And then once we got to the final area where the boss was in, we managed to kill him. And then that was the end of the game. And then when getting back into the car with Leo, we were with Joe as well. And Joe got into a separate limo. And then the limo that he was in went to a different direction. And then it kind of just left into a cliffhanger for the DLC, which made me super excited.
Hey, what the hell's going on? Where they taking Joe?
Oh no.
Sorry, kid. Joe wasn't part of our deal.
Oh no. It wasn't going to end that happy, was it? Obviously has to be some drama. Okay. Wait, does that end the game? Oh, and then that goes to the DLC. Okay. Alright, well, yeah, that's got me excited to play the DLC 100%. Yeah, I think that's it. It's a cliffhanger. There it is, Made Man. Finish the story on medium difficulty or higher. And then finish him. So that's to finish what you started. So with the story being done and being such a great story and absolutely enjoying my time when playing it, it was then on to the second step of this platinum, which was to get all the miscellaneous trophies that I hadn't gotten already. And 3 of these miscellaneous trophies that I had to go for came from chapter select, and the first one I went for was called A Real Gentleman, which was in chapter 2 to help the woman fix her car. So that's exactly what I did. Okay, now so over here is where this woman's car is. Just literally around this corner here is where that man is currently on the car. So I think there's like a minute or maybe a minute and a half like of me just having to watch, and then I should be able to like interact once he walks away.
It's the same as when you asked me 10 seconds ago.
You are so useless. It's no wonder the army wouldn't take you.
Oh, burn.
You had to bring that up again, didn't you?
Ethel's husband Frank, he's a fighter pilot. Margaret's husband Charlie, he drives a submarine.
I'm warning you.
My husband? Oh, he's a 4F. He works at the grocery store.
You know what? Fix it yourself, then, you lousy bitch!
I mean, I actually don't blame him for acting like that. He's being a bit of an arsehole. She's being a bit of an arsehole, sorry. Okay, alright, well, I wouldn't usually do this, but I'm only doing it for her because I get an achievement, but she's being a bit of an arsehole, I won't lie.
Need a hand?
Sure do.
There we go.
There we go.
I just needed to screw a couple things in.
Really? Well, thank you very much, handsome.
Now she's cheating. There we go, a real gentleman. Alright, so that's that achievement done. Help the woman fix her car in Home Sweet Home. Alright, so the next one I'm going to do is on literally the next chapter, as I said earlier. So I'll put this on easy again, and literally what I've got to do is I've just got to successfully get these ration stamps from this safe without alerting like any guards or triggering the alarm. And when I did this, obviously I tried to do it stealthily, and I got to the safe stealthily, unlocked it, got the ration stamp safely. But then once I got the ration stamps, the alarm went off. So I need to basically take out all of the guards before getting the before turning off the alarm, which is when I originally played this. I didn't know there was an alarm. And then yeah, hopefully I can do this without having to like restart the level in case I fail. Okay, yeah, so I've probably been playing for about 12 or 13 minutes, I'd say, and I have just gotten to this part now, so I really hope I don't get caught. Okay, he's going over there. Alright, take him out. And now what I need to do is I think I need to run this way. There he is. Right, so take him out. And then there's one more guy on the first floor. I think he's just sat on the desk. So I've got to go back downstairs. Well, I say go back downstairs. I never was downstairs. Go downstairs. And yeah, he's just there. And this should be the last guy. So luckily there is only 3 people. But yeah, take him out. Oh, okay. I got scared. I got scared. I thought it glitched and he wasn't getting choked out. I thought he just was going to turn around like nothing happened. Okay, all right. Okay, we're fine now. Okay, so as I was saying, luckily there is only 3 people, so it's not like there's flipping 10 or something, you know. But yeah, I think that's the last of them. So now what I need to do is I need to find the alarm, which I believe is just through this door. Is it here? Okay, disable safe alarm. Okay, so there's the alarm. Now I just need to... Well, there's no one here, so I can just easily grab the keys and then grab the safe, and then I should get my achievement after leaving the building. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I was supposed to know the first time that there was like an alarm I could disable. Like, and even if I knew that it was here, like, where would I find it? That's what's crazy to me. Because like when I first did this, I went into the safe without getting caught, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've done this, you know? Like I've actually done it, but I then realised I didn't. But there it is. Alright, there we go, the professional. So yeah, obtain ration stamps without raising the alarm. Perfect. Okay, so there's actually an achievement I completely forgot. So right now I'm on chapter 11. And this is the chapter where you've got to like warn Leo that he's about to get attacked. And basically what I've got to do for this one is I've just got to successfully like sneak him out of his house without obviously getting caught. And when I did this on the first, like my first playthrough that I was playing, I failed horrifically bad. And I just looked at a guide for this as well, and it's like extremely easy what you have to do. So this one shouldn't take too long at all. I've just got to drive up to him. As you can see at the top right, I've got like a certain time to get there to him, and it's pretty quick. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this achievement because like I said, I completely forgot that I had to get this one. So this is the last like miscellaneous achievement that I have to do when it comes to like actually doing missions. But then after this, like it'll be back to normal miscellaneous trophies in the open world. Okay, right, I got to sneak him out. So what I need to do is I go through this door and then go through round here. And this is what I did the first time. I went through this door and then I kind of just stopped. So I need to open this door and then I need to grab these sheets, which is what I didn't do.
Right, here we go. Come on. Tight is tight. All right.
And then yeah, just like that, we've got him escaped. So I think I need to actually like drive him away. And then once I drive him away, I should get the achievement. Alright, that's it. Okay, so there's the achievement, wake up call.
Okay, Vito.
Yeah,
Get me over to the train station.
that's simple. So after getting those first 3 miscellaneous trophies, it was then on to get the rest of the miscellaneous trophies that I hadn't gotten. And when looking at the description of all of these trophies, I thought a lot of them looked a lot more difficult than what they actually were. But when doing all of these trophies, there wasn't one miscellaneous trophy that I was doing that was really difficult for me. Like all of them were a lot easier than I thought and just not really a problem at all. So yeah, this was no problem. And then after getting all those miscellaneous trophies, it was then on to the 3rd step of this platinum, which was to get all the collectibles. Now there are 2 sets of collectibles in this game, one being the Playboy magazines, which were all in chapter select, so all of these Playboy magazines were in the story missions, and then wanted posters, which were the open world collectibles, and there was 189 wanted posters that were in the open world, and the only chapter I could do this on was chapter 10, because when you finish the story, for some reason it doesn't have this free roam option for after the game. So chapter 10 was the only chapter in the whole game that actually lets you free roam in the open world, whereas all the other chapters don't. They chuck you straight into like a mission technically. So I went into chapter 10, and the first step of getting the collectibles was to just find all of the wanted posters in the open world. And yeah, it didn't take me as long as I thought, and then yeah, I had to just get one more. Alright guys, so I am on the final collectible now. Now the reason I'm back at my house is just simply because I missed one collectible, so I had to go back onto the main menu to see which one I had missed. But that achievement where you've got to drive 50 miles with one vehicle. So I was originally using the vehicle that you guys may or may not have seen. I don't know yet. It was, where is it? This one here. So it's already got 17.3 miles on it. So I was using it for like the first maybe hour of getting collectibles. And then I realized, well, when I like, if you would die or quit out and start again, the miles would just kind of go away. So all the miles you had built up on there just kind of went away for me, which obviously really got on my nerves. So what I've had to do is obviously use the car that or is automatically given to you when in your driveway. But now, obviously, because this is my last collectible, I'm going to be getting using this car anyway, because once I get this collectible, I should get the achievement for finding all the wanted posters, and then I'll literally just drive around this whole city in circles until I, well, technically do 33 miles, because I've already got 17 miles anyway. But yeah, overall, these collectibles actually haven't been too bad. Like I said, I don't mind getting collectibles at all, but I will say, for the first, like, maybe 30 of these wanted posters out of 189, I really was not enjoying it at all. Like, there was this one where, like, you had to jump, you had to, like, use, I think it was on the motorway or a dual carriageway or something, you had to jump, like, drive off it onto this, like, building, like, this roof of this building, and it was just so difficult to get onto the roof of the building, so I, like, died a few times, and then, like, you know, my car would get ruined, so I'd have to get more cars. So yeah, it was about, like, 10 minutes of just struggling to get up there. But besides from that one collectible, this hasn't been too bad, and it hasn't taken as long as I thought. Actually, I think I've spent maybe 6 hours, 5-6 hours getting these collectibles, so very similar to Mafia 1, how long it took me to get those ones as well. But obviously these are just the wanted posters, so once I get this out of the way, it will be the, what's it called, collectibles, the ones in the chapters, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. But yeah, this is the final collectible here, which I missed, so I will get this and should get the achievement. There we go, card sharp. So that is to find all of the wanted posters. And now all I need to do is, well, like I said, just drive around for another 30 miles or so in this car. It's going to be kind of boring, but it should be nothing to Lego Drive, which is obviously a platinum I got recently. So yeah, that was like 6,000 miles I had to drive, which was crazy. But yeah, 50 miles shouldn't take too long. There we go. One careful owner. All right, that took about 20 minutes. So with all the miscellaneous trophies done and half of the collectibles done, this was technically the final step of the platinum / like second half of the third step, which was to get all of the Playboy magazines and complete the game on the hardest difficulty. And I genuinely thought that this would be extremely hard, the hardest difficulty, because there were moments on the normal playthrough where I struggled quite a bit on this game. But honestly, this was literally from beginning to end, this was not as hard as I thought it would be. In fact, this was so much easier than I thought as well. Like, the only difference was on the minimap you couldn't see where anyone was, so that made it a bit more tricky, and obviously when you get hit it takes off a lot more damage. But besides from that, this really was not as hard as I thought it was. If anything, this was so much more easy than I thought. And then I got to the final chapter, being chapter 15, and I expected this to be the hardest mission, like, of the whole game. But this was by far, I definitely ate my words, because as I was expecting to go through this being like, oh, this was no problem throughout the whole thing, I got to the final chapter and proceeded to die quite a few times. I'm just have to, oh, damn it! Police officers. Damn it! He's there! He's there! No, no, oh no, I'm gonna have to restart. But after a couple of those deaths, I got to the final bit of the final mission, and this was where I needed to get my final collectible to get one trophy, and then obviously this was the final part of the game to where I would complete the game on the hardest difficulty, and then my platinum trophy as well with that. So what I need to do, I think it's just him. So I could kill him now if I really wanted to, but I want to get that collectible. Hopefully Joe doesn't kill him. Okay, he could kill me, and I'm kind of okay with that. But I want to get this final collectible, so yeah, there we go. Ladies' man, so that's one achievement, and now I just need to kill him, and hopefully I can. Come on, come on, yes! He's dead! He's dead, yes! Let's go.
You know something, Carlo?
Alright, I should, there it is. Tough nut, so that's to complete the game on hard, and then the platinum trophy. There we go, platinum trophy. Alright. Got the platinum trophy. I was about to read the description then, but then I was kind of no point. Alright, so yeah, just like the first game, this game was genuinely a lot of fun. Like, I will be honest, I will say it straight away just so I don't forget. Like, I do think overall, in terms of, like, if we're talking about everything, visuals, like story, gameplay, I do think Mafia 1 is slightly better compared to this game. Just because I do feel like Mafia's 1 story was slightly better than this one, but that's not to say that this story was bad, because I genuinely had a lot of fun playing this. In terms of the gameplay, when I first initially played the story, so when I went through the story for the first time, I did think the gameplay wasn't as good as Mafia 1, but then replaying it on hard difficulty, I do think the gameplay on this game was improved compared to the first one. Especially the melee combat. The melee combat in this game was leagues above Mafia 1. And even just like, I'd say like the shooting mechanics are, this game is a little bit better. And then the driving is just kind of the same as the first game. Like, I felt the driving wasn't really amazing either. But yeah, overall, in terms of gameplay, this game was a lot better. And for the end of this game as well, obviously, it gave a cliffhanger to the DLC. And I will definitely be doing the DLC as a separate video. So all 3 DLCs I will be doing as separate videos. So the 3 DLCs will be in one video. And I'll be getting all the trophies for that, so be sure to look out for that when I do eventually do it, because I just can't wait to play the DLC as well. I love this game so much that I'm so intrigued to play the DLC and get all the trophies on those DLCs as well. And yeah, all in all, this game gets a thumbs up for me. It was so much fun. Like I said, I do think Mafia 1 is slightly better overall, but that's not saying that this game was bad. This game was... oh, voice crack. As I was saying, this game was absolutely fantastic. But again, if you haven't played this game, I highly recommend it. And yeah, just a great story, great game, and I had so much fun when playing this. So yeah, I'm going to leave the video here. So if you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn those notifications on so you don't miss future videos. And take care. See you guys later.